Yes,
A lot
sir.
of great work in the clinch. Was that something that you had a game plan coming in, or was that something you saw here tonight and adjusted to it?
I'll be honest with you, man. I was working my clinch for the Fabian fight too. So I just rolled in from the Fabian fight to this fight. So a lot of that work, now I can say it, the Mike Shipman fight, my SC joint popped out of my chest. It's still out. That happened in the first round. So I couldn't really show my work that I wanted to do in the Mike Shipman fight in the second to third round. Fabian's a hell of a fighter. Couldn't really get my game plan going. So I finally got to work some clinch stuff, some non-wrestler shit. But that's the name of the game. Sometimes you work on this stuff for that fight and you end up doing it 2 fights later. So, but that's the fight life, man. You try to show what you can in there, but it's harder than you think. Hard to punch a dude in the face, man.
Fight was before, obviously, this season cut a little bit short. Do you want to get back in there next year, or what's the plan for you next year?
Man, I'll get back in there at the end of the year. I know they got 2 more international fights out of the country. I think so. I don't know. I know at least 1. I'll be ready to fight there again to be at the end of the year. If I could get 4 fights in this year, man, I'll be blessed. But PFL's done me well. Give me 3 fights. This one at home. Got my daughter got to see me win, so that was probably the best highlight. Watching those little headphones out there, protecting her ears. But man, that was the best.
How many times has she watched you fight so far?
Twice. She saw me lose. She was in my wife's belly the first fight against Shipman, so that felt like a win. She's already past the halfway mark, so let's just say she was here. Second fight was tough. Good thing she's a baby. She don't know what's going on. Third fight, she still doesn't know what's going on, but I'm happy. Yeah, thank you.
Was it at all, I guess, frustrating having to show up? The middleweight final is going on. Obviously wanted to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Was it frustrating at all to have to compete on a night like tonight?
Not at all, man. It's the opposite. It's a blessing. I could be like some other guys who lost and they have to finish the end of the year off for not getting back on the win column. Ali called me 3 days later. My leg was still swollen. My face was still swollen up. My heart was still broken. And I told Ali, absolutely. You know what I mean? I'll take this. Give me the fight. It came about and I took it. Tomorrow's never promised, I guess you could say, or whatever the saying is. So I'm a fighter, man. Some guys could pull off the 29-0. Most guys don't. It's hard, but you got to come show up. Dustin Poirier, I don't know what's for tomorrow. I don't know what's gonna happen, but got to walk into the unexpected, right? This is the name of the game, and I love doing it. So I'm super blessed to get that phone call.
There's so much energy going on right now at middleweight. Obviously, Fabian and Dalton are making noise. This shakeup with Costello and Johnny Evelyn. I mean, can you just talk a little bit about what you're looking forward to next year out of this division?
Yeah, man. I know that like you said, the middleweight class is a little shooken up. There's people beating these guys, and this guy's fighting that guy, and this guy has another chance most likely. I'm right there with those guys. I know I have some tough fights, but go look at my losses, man. They're only to tough dudes, man. That's been in some sort of championship fight in their life or some sort of culture of that nature, man. And I'm right there. I just taken a different route, man. I guess my route's a little longer. It's a little bit more of a heartbreaking route, but I'm right there. I will be at the front doorstep every time they call me until the wheels fall off.
Congrats.
Thank you, man.
Congrats, Josh.
Thank you.
Obviously, Murad's game plan is typically to initiate the wrestling, and it looks like that was his game plan once again. Were you surprised that he didn't shoot more?
Man, I would like to see the shoot count, but he probably shot easily more than 5 times, I would say. To be honest, he got me with some good shots, but that was part of the game plan was to kind of hold your ground, punch when he's punching. The first round got a little slow to throw my hands, but eventually my knees and elbows started, and I knew once the clinch was initiated, we were on the fence. I knew I was going to be able to hit him with the shots you don't see coming, right? The little knees to the side, the little elbows to the side of the head, and then I threw some big knees too. There's some big knees where if it was practice, I would have been like, "Are you okay?" I would have checked on the guy, but had to tell myself it's not that time. So.
It's
respect time.
But it was a great fight. To be honest, it was stylistically in my favor. I love fighting guys like that. Give me wrestlers all day long. I love that.
And with that being said, you brought up the knees and elbows. It seemed like everything right up the middle was landing for you. Is that something you saw more once you got into the cage, or was that just always the plan?
That's something coming from as a wrestler. When you wrestle, you tend to put forward pressure, which causes for you to be on your tippy toes, and you have shoulder forward pressure, which you don't have your legs underneath you. So you kind of have this weird. It's strong. You can hold the guy up, but you're very open in the middle. You know, so if Murad would have came into a clinching position, like a Thai style, it would have been way harder to land those knees. But all I had to do was just lift my leg up and just throw my elbow in between, and he kind of hit his head on my elbow, you know? And you do that a couple times, and the other guy's just wrestling. Nowadays, the judges will give it to you, man. Take it as a wrestler. I've learned my lesson many times.
Congrats, man.
Thank you.
You mentioned how you want to fight again at the end of the year. I know the weight division is one of the more stacked divisions in the PFL. Is there any specific names that interest you?
Being in the tournament, it's been hard for me to work on that part of my career, calling people out, because I've always had 7 guys to deal with. As far as I know, I'm new to the middleweight as well. I fought Impa twice. I fought Fabian. Johnny and Dalton are my teammates. You got Costello, but he's there, so I don't know if I'm in that place where I could call guys out, really, because I can only think of the top guys. I think I need, 1 or 2 good wins. But the PFL season is different. They have the tournament style, so I don't know what format they're gonna come up with. But like I said, man, I'm a fighter. Sometimes some fight careers, you win 2, you lose 1, you win 3, you lose 1, you lose 2, you win. So that's how it goes sometimes, man. So I'm just happy I got to win tonight, man. And shit, man, I get to go see my daughter and not be heartbroken right now. So this is good.
And this might be a tough question to answer, but we had Costello here a few minutes ago. He was saying that the winner of tonight's final is going to be the B belt. He has the A belt. In MMA, it's not often that you see 2 belts in the same weight class kind of circling around. Obviously, it's not with PFL, but do you put more stock on the tournament belt, or I guess the other belt that's further on matchmaking?
Listen, man, don't take those guys' shine away because it's their night, When you're in a crowd, learn to applause. When you're on stage, learn to perform. It's Dalton and Fabian's night to go figure it out. And there's no A, B belt. That's a tournament style. I invite Costello to try the tournament. It's a lot harder than you think, man. A lot harder than you think. And it's not just the fighting part, man. It's, I believe it's 16 weeks of camp. Or however you want to fucking call it. 16 weeks of just chaos and trying to balance, So, and on top of that, his fight was super close. And we all know that. Johnny was winning that fight easily. So, A, B belt, and I'm not taking anything from any either, but yeah, leave those guys alone, man. Let them go win their belt. Let them best man win. Yeah.
Josh.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you, my friend.
I know you talked about your defense. Your defense was really good against the takedown. About the knees, that was very good as well. I'm curious, going into that 3rd round, was the corner telling you anything? What was your mindset going into that 3rd round?
Yeah, man. My corner was there was it was amazing, man. It was amazing. My dad, of course, the corner was telling me something, but
Yeah, but what was it?
it was like the perfect relationship. You know what I mean? The first round, obviously, the first round is unknown. We knew he was gonna wrestle, but then from the 2nd to 3rd round, my dad, you know what he wants. He's southpaw. As soon as he's southpaw, bing, I would kick the calf. And then Murad started giving me the answers that I needed. The fight develops, the guy starts to get tired, and then by the end of the 2nd round to the 3rd, I knew the only thing that could happen to me is I get finished, submitted or KO'd, but I knew I was going to win that fight.
And I was curious, did you hurt your leg a little bit in the 3rd round?
No, so he actually threw a kick and it hit me in my gooch. It hit me right between my gooch, and it still kind of hurts a little bit. So I was trying to let Keith, and I was like, Keith. But then my dad was like, 1:20. I said, I guess the gooch got it wasn't a nut shot, but it was in between there. You know what I mean? Because I think I threw a knee and he threw a kick at the same time. It was a weird scissor thing going on.
And then lastly, what did Conan say to you after the fight?
He says a lot. He says a lot of things to me. When we were hugging each other,
Was it a good fight?
it was a good fight, man. I almost want to hear. I almost thought I heard his voice cracking a little bit. I think he cried a little bit in my shoulder. He cried a little. I think we were crying together a little bit. Tears of joy, though. Tears of joy.
I mean, usually the rounds is by the coach after the fight. The dad had to.
Yeah, the dad showed up. Hey, Barbarian
That's
Tears.
always
Barbarian
my kid.
Tears work in reverse. They come out and they go back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an infinity pool. Barbarian Tear.
Learn
Right,
something
Dad?
new every day.
Barbarian Tears is an infinity pool.
At the end of the day, he's my kid. Come on. I have to enjoy just see him win.
Yeah.
Hey Josh, congrats.
Yes. Oh, what's up, buddy? How's it going?
How good does it feel not only get back in the win column, but having your daughter here, doing it in your backyard? Does it feel like it was all the perfect moment to get this win tonight?
Yeah, man, perfect moment. A little bit of nervousness, like my daughter's 3 months. She doesn't know what's happening, but from bringing her into the casino, from her headphones fitting perfect, to hopefully there's not a lot of people smoking cigarettes around, to having everything ready so I could go say hi to her and put her back in the car so she could go be a baby again. Just that part, nothing to do with fighting, was just, it was a process that I dealt with. I understood that everybody who was around me, my team, from family to coaches, everybody had to play their part perfectly for things to feel the way it is today, man. And we did a good job, from family to coaches to just, it was great. It's been a long year, man, and we still got a little bit left of it, so.
We do, and I think the tournament has chronicled and profiled a lot of fighters, yourself included. Obviously, you and your father have a great story to tell. Do you think the PFL has done a good job this year through the World Tournament in telling the stories of you fighters?
Yeah, man, I would say out of all the years I've been with the PFL, this year has probably been overall like the more enjoyable year in a sense of like organization, in a sense of like the show, from the schedule to even the competition, man. And I love being every step of the way with it. I kind of grew with the show. I don't want to call it, but I feel like I'm a veteran now. I'm a PFL veteran, or I don't know if guys are supposed to say that when they retire, but I'm not planning to retire anytime soon. But I just feel like I understand this show a little bit, and as long as I perform, they continue to support me and, give me a chance to do my thing.
You mentioned your daughter being 3 months old, and you've obviously been through this tournament and now this fight. What's been the biggest thing maybe you've learned about yourself being a fighter and a father?
Shit, man. Being a fighter and a father, man, it's been a journey, man, and I think the biggest thing I've learned is enjoying the moment now, especially when you see that little kid growing up. The days go by and you can't get those back. So the combination of going to the gym, getting back home, my friends texting me and calling me, and I'm already texting. I'm like, dude, come on. You already know what I'm doing, man. I train and I hang out with my daughter, and I'm so blessed to have that. I don't have a 9 to 5 or some sort of crazy job where I can't see my kids or my kid. My wife's a kid sometime too. But so it's been amazing, man. And I've always had this same support system. Thankfully, my dad and my mom always been around where I never really had to get a real job. But this time is different now because, I'm living my dream and I'm supporting a little person now, and I get to hang out with them, and she's starting to recognize me, and it's like a new relationship, man, and until today I can't explain exactly what's happening, but it feels nice. It feels so nice, man.
And last one for me, I know the last couple fights have not gone your way. What did you maybe take from your father, not your coach, but from your father, as how to stay on track both in your personal life and in your professional life?
Listen, man, my dad, as amazing coach as he is and amazing person as he is, he's been through a lot, and he's made a lot of decisions in his life and a lot of things that put him in spots that I've been in throughout my life. And sometimes you gotta kind of get burned, man, to understand what's going on. You kind of have to go through some hard moments to appreciate the good stuff. So when I've had opposite nights of this where I'm down and I'm not here talking to you guys, and he was right there, man, telling me this doesn't make who you are. Like, I was just better tonight. We get back up and we go again, because when it's all done, it's gone after this, man. I'm gonna be an old guy one day, probably talking to some young guy, telling him, like, just enjoy it, man. Enjoy it, train hard, and get after it, you know. So I love having him by my side. I couldn't imagine anyone else.
Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.